In the dense, whispering woods of the Pacific Northwest, veteran park ranger Alex Thompson was on a routine patrol. The sun dappled through the ancient canopy, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor. It was a day like any other, or so he thought. As he neared the rushing river that carved through the valley, a sound cut through the gentle hum of Natira sound he'd never heard before. It was a soft, whimpering cry, filled with a distress that was both animal and yet hauntingly familiar. Curiosity piqued, Alex slowed his pace, his boots crunching softly on fallen leaves. He followed the sound, his senses on high alert. The crying grew louder, leading him to a secluded bend in the river. There, huddled against a moss-covered boulder, was a sight that made his heart stop. It was a creature from legend, a story told around campfires. A baby Bigfoot, no larger than a human toddler, was sitting alone, its fur matted and damp, its large, dark eyes wide with fear and sorrow. The little creature was trembling, its small shoulders heaving with each sob. It looked utterly lost and terrified. Alex's first instinct as a ranger was caution, but his first instinct as a human was compassion. He saw not a monster from myth, but a scared child, alone and vulnerable. Where was its mother? Its family? He scanned the dense tree line, but the forest remained silent, offering no answers. Slowly, Alex knelt down, keeping a safe distance so as not to frighten the creature further. He spoke in a low, gentle voice, the same tone he used to soothe startled deer or lost pets. "Hey there, little fella," he murmured. "It's okay. I'm not going to hurt you." The baby Bigfoot looked up, its crying subsiding into quiet hiccups. It watched him with an intelligent, questioning gaze that seemed to pierce right through him. Alex knew he was facing an extraordinary situation, one that no training manual had ever prepared him for. Protocol would demand he report it immediately, which would likely lead to a chaotic circus of scientists, media, and hunters descending on this peaceful sanctuary. He couldn't let that happen. Looking into those innocent, tear-filled eyes, he felt a profound sense of responsibility. This wasn't a scientific discovery to be captured. It was a living being in need of help. He made a decision that would change his life forever. He would protect this secret. He reached into his pack and pulled out his luncher simple apple and a granola bar. He broke off a small piece of the apple and gently rolled it across the ground toward the little creature. It flinched at first, but its tiny nose twitched, smelling the sweet fruit. Hesitantly, it reached out a small, furry hand and picked up the piece of apple, examining it before taking a tentative bite. A wave of relief washed over Alex as the baby Bigfoot began to eat, its initial fear slowly giving way to a fragile trust. He stayed with it for hours, offering small pieces of food and speaking in that same soothing tone. As dusk began to settle, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, the little creature's energy seemed to return. It stood up on wobbly legs and let out a soft, inquisitive coo. And then, from deep within the darkening woods, an answer came, a low, resonant call that echoed through the trees. The baby Bigfoot's ears perked up, and it called back, its voice stronger this time, filled with hope. Alex's heart soared. Its family was looking for it. A few moments later, a colossal, shadowy figure emerged from the tree line at the far side of the clearing. It was an adult Bigfoot, its sheer size awe-inspiring. It moved with a quiet grace that defied its massive frame. The mother, for Alex was certain it was the mother, stopped and looked directly at him. There was no menace in her gaze, only a profound, intelligent understanding. She saw her child safe, and she saw the man who had stayed with it. It was a silent exchange, a moment of connection between two worlds. The baby Bigfoot scampered toward its mother, who scooped it up in a gentle, protective embrace, before melting back into the shadows of the ancient forest. The mother turned one last time and gave Alex a slow, deliberate nod. It was a gesture of gratitude, a thank you that transcended language. Alex stood there long after they had gone, the silence of the forest once again enveloping him. He had been entrusted with a secret as old as the mountains themselves. He never spoke a word of what happened that day, but the memory was etched into his soul. It was a powerful reminder that compassion is a universal language, and that in the wildest, most unknown corners of our world, there is still kindness, family, and a magic that restores your faith in everything. He knew he had done the right thing, protecting not just a creature of legend, but the very spirit of the wilderness itself. Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible story. If it touched your heart, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content. That will make you believe in the good in the world. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.